Next at 7, the D.C. plane crash is raising concerns over the shortage of air traffic controllers. The FAA's plan to train more eyes in the sky. Plus,
it's isolated showers and a little bit of fog. I'm timing out which neighborhoods will see the rain. Coming up.
Tonight's primetime lineup on WESH 2 is sponsored by Headquarter Hyundai, your headquarters for savings. Shop the Big HQ for the best prices on your next vehicle.
I think the Black Hawk crew was looking at another aircraft.
Was the Black Hawk crew looking at the wrong aircraft that fateful night over the Potomac River? What this pilot and others are saying about training and safety.
The deadly collision in D.C. has raised concerns about the current air traffic controller shortage. I'm WESH 2's Pamela Combe in Daytona Beach with more on a new partnership at Embry-Riddle, hoping to address just that.
And it felt like April outside today with temperatures in the 80s. Tony will tell us what to expect as we enter the weekend.
WESH 2 News starts right now.
Recovery crews will return tomorrow morning to the area of the Potomac River where that passenger plane and a Black Hawk helicopter collided Wednesday night.
There are still a number of bodies missing. WESH 2's Summer Knowles is here in studio with the latest. Summer.
Well, guys, those rescue teams are working to find every last victim. Right now, investigators say they've recovered 41 of the 67 bodies from the Potomac River. And here's our clearest view of the collision so far. New security video shows the Army helicopter coming from the left over the Potomac River Wednesday night before colliding with that American Airlines flight. The NTSB held a news conference late this afternoon and said the NTSB is working closely with the Department of Defense on this investigation due to the involvement of that Black Hawk. Now, the DoD is also providing equipment.
I think the Black Hawk crew was looking at another aircraft.
Meanwhile, the FAA closed routes near Reagan National Airport to most helicopter traffic. That includes low-to-the-ground routes that run under or parallel to the airport's flight paths. Now, this all comes after a preliminary FAA report noted that staffing in the air traffic control tower was below normal during the time of that crash. Now, normally one controller handles airplane traffic while another deals with helicopters, but apparently at this time, those two roles were combined. Experts say this is considered acceptable, but not ideal. A commercial pilot who often flies into Washington, D.C. at night spoke about the difficulty of such a condensed and busy airspace. He also gave one possible reason for this collision.
In my opinion, the only thing, it's not a criticism, it's not a judgment, it is nothing. It is us examining procedures and training. I would only say if the ATC controller was able to say, if he had time to get the words out, do you have the RJ at your 12 o'clock? Because I think the Black Hawk crew was looking at another aircraft.
The cause of the collision has not yet been determined by investigators, but we are staying on top of the investigation. And as we get updates, we'll let you know. Back to you, Stu.
All right, Summer, thank you. Our team coverage continues now with the stress air traffic controllers are under.
WESH 2's Pamela Combe spoke with an expert from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University who says an air traffic controller shortage is not to blame for the crash in Washington. Dr. McCormick says the pandemic and budget issues are to blame for staffing shortages. Also, the fact that air traffic controllers are required to retire at age 55. And we know both young men in the cockpit of that American Airlines flight learned how to fly right here in Central Florida.
Jonathan Campos was the captain. Sam Lilly served as co-pilot. And today we're learning more about Lilly's training. He went to school at ATP Flight School in Daytona Beach. His dad tells WESH 2 the family is devastated. He says Lilly got a degree in marketing, but realized he wasn't meant to sit behind a desk, so he moved to Volusia County in 2019, where he would learn to fly airplanes. He was doing great in his career and personal life. He was recently engaged, soon to be married, and is now deeply missed by his friends.
He was a great guy, and that's how we like to think of him, as not this tragedy, but just the light in the world that he was.
Captain Jonathan Campos was the other pilot on that flight, also with ties to Volusia County. He graduated from Embry-Riddle and lived in Ormond Beach. A retired pilot considered a hero during his aviation career says changes are needed.
That's right. This was the scene 16 years ago this month when Captain Sully Sullenberger's plane suddenly developed mechanical issues and he managed to land it safely in the Hudson River. He says improvements need to be made to our aviation systems.
We need to be building a lot more safety into our systems so that there are multiple layers of safety, and a single mistake, a single error, a single exceedance should not cause a fatal crash.
The U.S. figure skating community lost 14 of its members on board that plane.
We have learned 2 young local ice skaters were in Wichita taking part in the elite training camp where those skaters were coming from. BJ Shue Chapman flew home from Wichita, Kansas to Central Florida on Monday after watching her son Timmy Chapman and his partner compete in the U.S. Figure Skating Championships Tuesday night. Chapman tells WESH 2 News 2 of the young skaters at the camp trained at this ice rink in Maitland. Chapman is now coping with this week's tragedy, not only as a longtime skating coach, but also as a mom.
Today, it's time to be sad. It's time to have patience. It's time to remember to be kind. It's time to hug your kids. But tomorrow is time to remember that we have to have hope and we have to keep going, because that's the way to honor those people who passed away.
Stay with WESH 2 News on air and online for the very latest on this deadly mid-air tragedy.
All right, we're switching gears now. Yeah. I am here with, easy for me to say, I'm here with Tony in the Weather Center. Tony, nice warm day today. Can we count on it to continue into the weekend?
Yeah, it'll be a little bit cooler tomorrow, but I think we shoot right back up into the upper 70s by Sunday, then back into the 80s, Michelle, next week. All right, top weather stories here looking like this here for you. Spring weather today for sure. A few showers over the weekend, and not bad next week. We take a look now at the Tower Cam Network here. A live look downtown Orlando. We are running right around 73. A little bit cooler along the coast and up towards Marion County, but there is a front that is on the move. Some showers and a few thunderstorms here. These will weaken on approach to central Florida. The wind's out ahead of it out of the southwest, which means we are going to have a mild evening tonight with clouds on the increase, especially overnight tonight. And there will be some fog that will be developing as well. This will work in from the southwest to the northeast as we go through the day. So let's take a look now at your 12-hour forecast here. Temperatures running right around 62 degrees by daybreak, and then out the door tomorrow morning, upper 50s and lower 60s. Guys, the rest of the weekend forecast all straight ahead.
Sexual abuse may have led to a shooting that killed a priest and injured 2 police officers in Brevard County. It's been almost a year since Palm Bay police found 76-year-old father Robert Hoffner and his sister, 69-year-old Sally, dead inside of their home last January. Officers went to the suspect's aunt and uncle's home several days prior due to a disturbance. 24-year-old Brandon Kappas was allegedly armed and refused to cooperate. That's when gunfire broke out and both officers were shot, as well as Kappas's grandfather, who died trying to intervene. Investigators searched a car that was on the property and linked it to the priest. That is when they went to the priest's home and found him and his sister dead. A new supplemental case report lays out allegations that Kappas was sexually abused by the priest. The report also says several handwritten notes depicting abuse were found at the priest's home, but it doesn't indicate who wrote the notes. We requested an interview with the Palm Bay Police Department, but they have declined at this time. Life in prison. That is what a judge sentenced a man for murdering a veteran.
Police say Sean Ingram shot and killed Joseph Torres because he was upset Torres was trying to pass him on a sidewalk. WESH News' Nike Brigadicus has more on the sentence. We also heard from Ingram. He apologized to the family but maintains this was a stand your ground case. The judge and jury disagreed. 2 people involved in a deadly Seminole County carjacking from last year were arraigned in court this afternoon. Investigators say Sonic Torres and Nelis Colon de Jesus were involved in a drug ring that led to this carjacking in Winter Springs and the death of Catherine Aguas Vivas. Torres has been charged with the Hobbs Act robbery and brandishing a firearm during a robbery. De Jesus faces the same charges.
Covering Osceola County, a man is in jail tonight charged with killing his roommate, whose body was later found in a canal. Detectives say Giovanni Hernandez didn't have any ID on him when they found his body, but investigators say a receipt helped them identify him and find a suspect. Investigators used the receipt to find where Hernandez lived, and then they found surveillance video from a nearby supermarket where he was seen with another roommate. That person pointed investigators to another roommate, 25-year-old Romeo Flores Perez. They say Flores Perez stabbed Hernandez in the stomach during a fight. He now faces a premeditated murder charge and is in the Osceola County Jail without bond.
It's impacting public safety today. Absolutely impacting public safety today.
One local county fire union is seeing its firefighters quitting in droves because they say they can make a lot more money in a different county. What kind of wage increase they are now looking for?
Universal Orlando is celebrating 30 years of letting the good times roll. Mardi Gras celebrations start tomorrow, and WESH 2 got a sneak peek at the celebrations to come.
What does breaking news look like? At WESH 2 News, it's a team of journalists connecting you to what matters most.
Also happening tonight,
it's a reporter gathering facts to go live in your community.
Live from Orange County.
It's a forecast focused on accuracy to keep your family safe.
Good line of storms about to hit.
From the sky, on the ground, or on the go. This is what breaking news looks like. And it's all here on WESH 2 News. Local, live, late breaking.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Shark Coatings.
We have some breaking news just into our newsroom. A medical plane heading to Missouri has crashed in northeast Philadelphia. This happened around 6 o'clock around a mall and a row of homes. Now, we've seen some video of that crash. It shows a fireball shooting up into a debris or shooting into the air with debris scattered all over the roadway. Several first responders are also replying to that area as well. There is a small regional airport where this plane went down. No word yet if anyone on the ground was hurt or killed. We're going to work on getting that video for you. Have much more for you tonight at 10 and 11.
A 13-year-old boy is in trouble tonight, accused of bringing a BB gun that looks like a real gun to his school. See it for yourself. This is the BB gun that deputies say the teen brought to Buddy Taylor Middle School on Wednesday. They found it after investigators say school officials overheard two students talking about a student with a gun. The gun was found inside the teen's backpack. Deputies say the orange tip was removed from the BB gun to make it look real. A new push for higher pay for first responders in Brevard County.
Firefighters tell WESH 2 they can't stay fully staffed because pay is too low, and they are losing people to better paying jobs.
WESH 2's Megan Moriarty spoke with reps from the fire union. The union and the county have reached an impasse, which means both parties are unable to reach an agreement in the negotiation process, so they're at a standstill right now. A public meeting to discuss the funding was canceled this week, and as a result, the fire union is holding a rally next Thursday.
Universal Orlando celebrating 30 years of letting the good times roll. Mardi Gras kicks off tomorrow with parades, 6 new floats, food, live performances, and a special tribute store that'll make you feel like you're down in the bayou. This all started 30 years ago. To help bring Mardi Gras to life, Universal Orlando leaders created a partnership with the iconic, I should say, there's probably a typo in there, Kern Studios, a float building company for New Orleans parades, has been around since 1932. Part of the authenticity also comes with the food. The menu features tasty treats from cultures all over the world.
We changed over 2/3 of the menu this year to celebrate this milestone. Big, bold flavors. You have andouille sausage, Holy Trinity. It has a nice spice to it, so it's just fantastic.
All right, then there's a tribute store which takes guests straight to the depths of the bayou. The Good Times roll February 1st through March 30th.
Okay, obviously February 1st is tomorrow, as we said. So if you're heading out there, we want to know what the weather's going to be like.
Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi joins us now. Looks like a pretty good weekend, Tony.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, a couple light showers tomorrow. Temperatures will be about 10 degrees cooler than today. And then on Sunday, we're jumping back up into the upper 70s. Just a 10% chance for a couple sprinkles there. It is Groundhog Day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Look at those readings back in the 80s. Now, speaking of Groundhog Day, you know, it's the anniversary of one of the second deadliest one in 2007. Happens to be this Sunday when 21 people lost their lives. That is number 2 all-time deadliest outbreak here in Central Florida. Of course, the El Nino 98 outbreak was really, really remarkable. Let's take a look now outside. Not too bad. 69 in Ocala. 74 Sanford, 74 down towards St. Cloud and over towards Melbourne and Palm Bay. We are running in the low 70s. Satellite radar shows a front that's on the move, but the energy here should be in a weakening mode as we head through the next couple days. And that's unfortunate because we've had a lot of brush fires here, controlled brush fires, or burns as we like to call them. You can see the active fires here, 15 of them all totaled. And that's because the soils here are starting to dry up a little bit. We'll have to watch. Now, we did get a little help here over the last 2 weeks, and we'll get just a teensy little bit of rain tomorrow. Not a whole lot less than A 1/10 of an inch of rain in many locales. That precipitation arriving in Marion County right around 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning. So the forecast for tonight is going to be a little bit of fog here, especially south of where that rain lines up. And then as we go through the morning, the showers will advance from north to south right through the heart of central Florida. Here's a look now at Futurecast, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Just a couple light showers. By 8, 9, and 10, the rain has ended. The clouds will hang tough as we go through the afternoon, especially south of Orlando, but we'll get the clearing skies up towards the north, and the temperatures will be a few degrees cooler. But here come the clouds returning quickly now overnight Saturday on into Sunday. 1 or 2 isolated sprinkles out there, really no big deal. We're not expecting anything significant, and the temperatures will be just a little bit warmer. Now, as far as rainfall goes through very early Monday morning, again, most folks will be less than a 1/10 of an inch of rain. Temperatures tomorrow, really not bad. Back to normal, 70 to 75 degrees. We widen out that view. Ocala, you're going to be a little bit warmer because the clouds will clear out much sooner in the day up there. That's why you'll be a little bit warmer than folks down to the south where those clouds will linger a little bit longer. Now, we've got tons of events going on. Tournament of Champions at the Lake Nona Golf and Country Club, 73 Saturday, 79 on Sunday. The Zora Festival, more the same. Morning showers, afternoon sun, isolated shower on Sunday. Mount Dora, isolated very early morning shower. Most of Saturday looks pretty good. And then on Sunday, just a few clouds and temperatures in the upper 70s. And then we head to Universal Mardi Gras, 70, 68, and 65. T-Pain will be rocking the house there. And then for Sunday, the Pro Bowl's in town, 78 and 74, maybe an isolated stray shower. And then after the Pro Bowl through next week, big ridge of high pressure dominating the weather pattern here, keeping our temperatures on the warm side. In fact, you take a look at the forecast through the 9th of February, temperatures will be running a bit above normal. 7-day forecast here for you. Past the weekend into next week, we are going to be staying in the low 80s.
First warning weather on WESH 2 is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change.
In Florida, we have to deal, of course, with bears, alligators, crocodiles too. A big old crocodile caught on camera making his way through a neighborhood down in Miami-Dade.
Okay, look at the size of this thing. He is just strolling across this road. Eventually, you'll be happy to know, he did clear the road and then he jumped a fence. Okay. When I first read this, I thought jumped a fence. I had like a new fear unlocked. Like it actually like sprung up off the ground. Now seeing the video, I feel much better about it. It kind of went through the fence. Yeah, not jumped.
He can do whatever he wants. We're staying on top of breaking news tonight at 11.
That's right. We have Summer Knowles joining us in studio with more.
Hey guys, that big breaking news tonight, a second plane crash in 1 week, this time out of Philadelphia, where a small medical jet crashed in northeast Philadelphia, ending in a ball of fire. We are working to find out what caused the crash. Plus, an Orlando woman was just minutes away from landing at Reagan National Airport when that American Airlines jet and Army Black Hawk helicopter collided. The chaotic aftermath she saw firsthand tonight at 11.
Summer, thank you. That does it for now. Join us again at 10 o'clock on the CW18, 11 o'clock right here on WESH 2.
And the news is always on WESH.com and the free WESH 2 News mobile app. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you for watching WESH 2 News. Get caught up on local news, originals, and more. Download the Very Local app and stream for free on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, iOS, and Android mobile devices.
This is Tony. He's your chief meteorologist and Central Florida's most accurate.
No matter the forecast, I'm always watching your weather.
From sunny skies to stormy afternoons, trust Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi and WESH 2 First Warning Weather.